Hello, this is the Animation Fanatic. I am so sorry for being late with everything. I thought I would have time this week to do this kind of stuff, and I had no time. I have had no time this last month, and that's why I'm late with everything. And I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna try to catch up tonight and tomorrow and the next day. So hopefully we can be on track for the Total Drama All-Star season finale next week. I'm very excited about that. But before that, I'm going to review last week's episode of TMNT. Season 2, Episode 5, Mikey Gets Shellac-ny. And here's what I'm going to do this time, and I'm going to try to do this from now on each episode. I'm going to review it. I'm going to do a non-spoiler review at the beginning of the video, and then I'm going to do a spoiler review at the second part. So when I'm done with the non-spoiler review, I'll tell you, and then you can, if you don't want to hear the spoilers, you can turn off the video, you can go away, but if you don't mind the spoilers, or you've seen it already, you want to hear it, you want to hear my analysis of the episode, with plot points, etc., then yeah, keep watching. So let's go. Let's get started. Let's not waste any time. Here's the non-spoiler review of. Here's the non-spoiler part of Mikey Gets Shellac-ny. This was an episode that I'll say this was an episode that will kind of surprise you. You would think it would be just based on one gross-out joke, but it's not. It has important. I have a feeling it has important plot points. It has important character development. And once again, the lesson, because that's something I've always objected to, is that there's a lesson in a lot of these episodes, but the lesson this time, I won't say it's subtle, but it comes in at the end. It can get pushed aside, but it's a fun enough episode. It's a funny episode. It's a fun episode. It's got a decent amount. It's got good action. It's got returning characters, and I think it has possible implications for the rest of the series. And it's a lot of fun. Now, I can't really think of anything I had a problem with. Parts of it could get a little gross, but overall it was a good episode. It was one of those episodes that surprised me, and this happens again and again in this show, and I love it. This show can constantly surprise me, and even when it goes back to tired tropes, it manages to do them in a way that's entertaining enough. Now, like I said, here is the spoiler review. So, if you don't want to hear it, shut it off now. Okay. Anyway, so the episode starts out with Mikey, the turtles trying to make breakfast, actually, of all things. I kind of like how they turned it on its head. You know, in a lot of superhero shows, you get them making breakfast using their powers. It's so cool. Here they try to do it, and they fail. And that's funny. Mikey apparently makes breakfast every day, but he's got zits today. Yeah, that sounds really awesome, and it can get gross. Oh yeah. But apparently he put some dangerous retro mutagen on himself to improve himself, thinking that he would double mutate. Remember, this is from the guy who in the first episode said, "Let's drink the mutagen." But anyway, yeah, I'm going to show you my zits. Anyway, oh, holy crap, I just remembered something. He's got the zits, and he's not too happy about that at all. But Donatello thinks he can help him by getting a formula. Unfortunately, he needs a centrifuge, and the only person who has a centrifuge is at Baxter Stockman's. Not Baxter Stockman's old lab, it's TCRI, which the turtles blew up previously. Now, also, Karai wants someone to help her work her foot bots, and I'm guessing she's gone completely over to robots, no longer foot ninjas, with the exception of Bradford and Zever, who come back in this episode. Now, the turtles at TCRI run into Baxter Stockman, who's trying to create a mutant army. They fight off the Mousers. Dexter Stockboy gets captured by Bradford, and the turtles retreat back to the lair. Now Mikey thinks that he'll be at Stockman's lab, so he goes after them, and he doesn't feel very appreciated by the other turtles. Bradford, they have a fight. Bradford gets mutated again and turns into, I forget what Mikey's name for it was, but turns into a further mutated dog. Zever turns out alright. Zever's the same, and it's threatened, it's hinted that Baxter Stockman will be mutated at some point. It's hinted. He gets this collar around his neck which has mutagen in it. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Bradford says insect. Let's see. I was hoping we'd see Rocksteady and Bebop, but that was too much to hope for. Anyway, yeah, Bradford's got a new form. Baxter's working for Karai, so a lot of this stuff seems like it's going to pay off in the future. But this was, like I said, this was an entertaining episode. It had a lot of good fight scenes. It had a very... I noticed they added some new music in it, and that was very cool at some point. If you were hoping for more Casey Jones, April O'Neil, that's not this episode. I'll see about the next one, but yeah, not this episode. What more can I say than this was a really entertaining, fun episode, and it really surprised me. I did not expect it to be the way it was, and I'm very happy that things turned out the way they did.